Many media outlets are reporting on a new story about Hillary Clinton. So she recently spoke at Recode, and people are saying that she's continuing to play the blame game. And in this edition of the blame game, she's blaming the DNC for her loss, and by proxy, blaming one of her best friends, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who literally rigged the primary in her favor. So people, they see this as Hillary Clinton playing the blame game, but I'm to the point where I'm onto Hillary Clinton's shenanigans. She's not serious. She's trying stand-up comedy. She's trying to pitch a stand-up special to Netflix because what she said is so ludicrous. I just can't believe that even she believes it. So according to CNN, at Recode's Code Conference in California on Wednesday, the former Democratic presidential nominee was reflective, quick to crack jokes, and eager to cast blame. The more than hour-long question and answer event marked the latest in a series of public appearances for Clinton, in which she explicitly took on the actions of those around her and other external circumstances in explaining why she lost on election day. "I take responsibility for every decision I make, but that's not why I lost," Clinton said. Perhaps Clinton's most fresh and savage criticism on Wednesday was directed at the Democratic National Committee. She went as far as to say that when she became her party's presidential nominee, she inherited nothing from the committee. "I'm now the nominee of the Democratic Party. I inherit nothing from the Democratic Party," Clinton said. "It was bankrupt. It was on the verge of insolvency. Its data was mediocre to poor, non-existent, wrong. I had to inject money into it, the DNC, to keep it going." So literally after the DNC rigged the primary for her, she said that they didn't offer her enough support. She had to inject her own funds into the DNC. You know what? That's brilliant right there. That is comedic gold. Hillary Clinton, she may not have been successful in politics, but I think that if she tried stand-up comedy for reals, then she could actually have a career there, because that's amazing. That is hilarious right there. I can't take it seriously at all. I'm not mad. It's just funny. That's what I like to call cognitive dissonance. She wants to believe so bad that she did nothing wrong that she's willing to implicate everyone but herself. And what she's doing here is pretty clever. Think about this. She is criticizing the DNC, and she knows that everyone despises the DNC, but they also dislike Hillary Clinton. So in criticizing the DNC, people will tacitly support the DNC by coming to their defense, saying, "No, it wasn't the DNC, it was you, Hillary Clinton." And in effect, she's getting us to defend the DNC. Not going to fall for that, Hillary Clinton. No, I'm not going to fall for that. I don't like the DNC or you, and we know that they were on your side. They were carrying water for you 100% of the time. So nobody believes you or has sympathy for you. However, what's interesting is that ex-DNC aides are actually hitting back. So according to the Washington Post, a top former DNC aide tweeted overnight that Clinton's allegations were fucking bullshit, and even suggested that the Clinton campaign ignored its warnings about how competitive Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin were. Those three states proved decisive for President Trump, and especially in the case of Michigan and Wisconsin, were neglected by the Clinton campaign. Now let's go back to the quote. She said, "I take responsibility for every decision I make, but that's not why I lost." So who was it that forced you to not go to Wisconsin? You didn't campaign in the Rust Belt. You thought you had them on lock, and you lost. And furthermore, what you also did was take voters for granted. You thought that Bernie Sanders supporters would be like your supporters in 2008 and migrate over to you as your supporters migrated over to Barack Obama in 2008, but we told you that was a problem, and you kind of took it a step further. You not only competed in a contested primary, which is bound to get divisive, but I mean, you shunned the base. You cheated your way to the nomination, shunned the base, and then when you had an opportunity to reach out to progressives, you didn't take that opportunity. You chose Tim Kaine as your running mate instead of someone like Elizabeth Warren or Bernie Sanders. So if you think that you're not to blame, you are horribly mistaken. And this is something that is so loony, so delusional, that I can't take her seriously. I don't think she believes the bullshit that's coming out of her mouth. I think she's being funny here because I can't rationalize this any other way. And honestly, if it is the case that Hillary Clinton really believes that she's not to blame, then this is the direct result of a rich oligarch surrounding themselves around yes men and yes women who tell them that any and everything that they do is correct. See, if you put yourself in a bubble, when that bubble pops, you can't face reality. So that's what Hillary Clinton is doing now. She's refusing to face reality, and you see her with this battle. She's facing cognitive dissonance, and she doesn't want to face the fact that she ran one of the worst campaigns in American history, and her entire campaign campaign was bereft of policy and strategy, and she made rookie mistakes that a veteran, seasoned politician like herself should never ever make. So Hillary Clinton, she has no one to blame but herself, and I do believe that the DNC is culpable in handing Donald Trump the election, as well as Hillary Clinton, because it was them that employed the Pied Piper strategy, where they elevate Trump to demonize Republicans and, paint Donald Trump as the poster boy of Republicans, but that didn't work out. Now Hillary Clinton is really angry that she's not powerful.
I am winning.
Now, during the same event, she also took the time to blame her own supporters, presumably because she said that she was the victim of high expectations. So that's kind of, that's a slight to your own supporters because you're saying that they expected too much from you and you're kind of placing blame on them. She also blamed James Comey again, of course. And she specifically called out the New York Times, alleging that they covered the email issue like Pearl Harbor. You can't make this kind of shit up. So... yeah, what I want to do now is go through the list of people that Hillary Clinton decided to blame. At this point, she's blamed Obama, Bernie Sanders, James Comey, Julian Assange, WikiLeaks, Russian WikiLeaks, mind you, Vladimir Putin, the New York Times, the media, sexism, the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, the DNC, people with high expectations, and the one person that's not on this list is Hillary Clinton. So I think she's running out of people to blame. She's going to come full circle to where she only has one person left to blame. And if all of these issues did in fact play a part in her campaign's demise, then that's her own fault for not making up the votes that she was losing to all of these external factors. But I mean, it wasn't from external factors. She ran a terrible campaign, and the problem with Hillary Clinton, like most corporate Democrats, is that the more you hear from them, the less you like them. So there's a reason why her approval rating is relatively high if she's not in the public eye. But as she continues to come out and, stump for Democrats and talk about why everyone else is to blame for her loss except her, she continues to be disliked, a very unpopular figure in American politics. So if she's doing all of this so that way she is paving herself a path to 2020 and to run in 2020, please do, Hillary Clinton. I was really averse to the idea of Hillary Clinton running in 2020, but I think that it would be hilarious, and I will grab my popcorn and watch that, because that would be a great show to watch. I mean, American politics is already a joke. Democrats are trying to push for Jerry Springer instead of Nina Turner. We have a reality TV show star as president, an action movie star maybe running for president in 2020. So, I mean, hey, let's throw Hillary Clinton into the mix, because we can't be more of a laughingstock around the world if we tried. So, fuck it.
Support this podcast by joining the independent progressive media revolution today at humanistreport.com.